Hello, students. Especially those that are brand new. I'm Mr. Farnsworth. I'm your science teacher, and I wanted to go over some just basic things on the OMHS. Just kind of how to get around, how to view schedules, how to look at your grades, just a simple overview of everything. So when you first sign in, you should get a screen like this. Sometimes there'll be a slightly different picture, but it should have your name right here in the top right-hand corner, and then there'll be a little email thing right there. If you want to check your emails, you click on that email. That number 1 right there stands for this one unread email. So always check your emails every day. Click on that, and that's how you access the emailing. Now, if you want to go and view your schedule or your classes, well, the part that says My Schedule, that's the schedule. You click on it, it'll open this up. Notice right here, it'll have the assignments for that you have, and you actually can change the date, no problem. And then over to the right, you have the your actual classes. So let me go ahead and switch this up to when we actually had some assignments. So I went back to March 5th, and notice on this student, they have the assignments, they have the classes that they have to do. There's the assignment 1.79 was from stride, 4.09 dilations, light. Again, notice there's your classes, there's the actual assignment, there's the due date. They are due that day. And then over here, you have your actual live classes. So remember, you should have a lesson every day in the class, and then you have your live classes. All you do is you click on here. Now, a really cool thing is, if you end up missing class and you need to go watch the class again, you come back and the same place that takes you to live class, if you click on it on a past day, you actually access the recording. So you just click on this recording and you'll be watching the class that you missed. And again, if it's set for that day, you click on that and it'll actually send you to the live class. Now, here's a cool thing. You can look at it by the day, or if you want to look at it like let's say on Monday, you can look at it for the week, and it shows you all your live classes up top. Down here, it has all the assignments that are due. And so there you go. There's your weekly schedule. If you're someone who likes to see the whole week and you need the whole week, here it is. The top is all your live classes for that week. Notice we don't really have live classes on Friday. And then down here is all the assignments that are due each day. So there you go. You now can access everything. But let's say you can't remember, you know you missed something but you can't remember what. Well, right over here, there's overdue. So you come right over here to the overdues, and guess what? It tells you what class they're overdue in, what assignment, and when they were originally due. To access them, you just click on that link, and it'll take you to that overdue assignment. Now, I highly recommend before you take any quizzes or do any graded assignments that you go back and do the lesson for that assignment. If you do the lesson, the chances of you passing that assignment or that quiz are much, much higher. Okay, so let's go back to the regular My Schedule. And if you come over here, left-hand side, it says Classes. Yes, you click on the Classes, and this will allow you to access any class you want. Notice you can actually see the grades that you have in those classes, and if you click on the class, you can actually access it. And since I'm the science teacher, I'm going to go ahead and take you to science. Notice you do have this stride science. Stride science is just to practice some science. So if you get everything done and you feel you need more practice, log into that. It's a great place to go ahead and access stride. It's great practice, but this is not required. This is for practice. What is required is right here in science class. It's called science, and it's Science Summit. It'll have Summit something depending on what grade you're in. So when you get over here, I just want to point out a couple things. First, right here at the top is some tabs. Class Home will take you to this home page, which is right here. It gives you class updates. Notice after you turn in an assignment, there's some feedback. Read that feedback. Sometimes it'll give you specific things, and other times it just generally says some general things what you need to work on. Notice it'll give you your grade. It has letter and its percentage. It also shows you how far you've progressed in these lessons. And again, if we're about halfway through the semester, your progress should probably be closer to 50%. If not, that lets me know that you're not really going through the lessons. And it even lets you know any overdues. Or contact my teacher. Click on contact my teacher, and it's going to take you to a place to contact. Since I'm actually signed in as the student and I'm not the actual student, it's not letting me go there, but that's okay. When you click on there, it'll let it set up so you can send me an email. Now, if you scroll down, over here is the class plan. Notice again, we looked at the schedule. It had it nice and organized, but if you want to look at just science, you can look over here and you can look at what's coming up in the next couple weeks, in the next couple months. Again, it has a way you can look at it, and you can pick the day, you can pick everything you want to look at. Here's the class announcements. I and most of you teachers usually put something in here, usually something updated. For example, this is the end of the quarter and all grades are due by March 13th. I let you guys know. I even usually give my information again so you can contact me if you misplaced it. Sometimes I'll put them in as videos, so you can just click on the video and watch the announcements. Again, if I'm changing something or something's going wrong or something, I'll put it in the class announcements letting you know. And most of the time I'll send an email, but not all the time. If it's just something kind of generalized and I don't want people responding back to me, I'll just put it in as a class announcement. Okay, so right up here, you can see the different units. You can click on here if you want to access the unit, or if you want to go for a specific thing, you can go to content. Also notice here, plan. Plan is actually a general plan. There's a couple of different ways you can look at it. When you click on plan, you can look at it on a daily plan, a week plan, a month plan, so a week, month, or you can list, and this will list out every single item that we're going to do for the whole semester. And once it loads, I can actually show it to you. There we go, see? So it starts off and it shows everything. And right now you might notice it's actually showing stuff that's not just science. If you come over here to calendars, you can actually edit it and click on just math or just science if you want. So you can actually adjust it to however you want, which is really nice. Okay, next we have content and progress. I'm going to go ahead and skip you over to grades because everybody's always like, Mr. Farnsworth, how do I know what grade I have? Well, click on grades, and I love this feature. You click on it, it's going to tell you a grade. It's going to tell you right there, 1.02 quiz, B, A. And then right here, the graded assignments, notice I said there's some things that it will tell you some notes on. He made an A, it says good job, you did great. Over here, again, notice D's. Now what I like to tell people, if you see an F, redo it. You're allowed to take quizzes up to 3 times. I have them set, so you only take them 2 times, and to take the 3rd time, you have to contact me through an email. And then the first thing I'm going to ask is, have you reviewed? So there you go. Teacher graded assignments, you can do those as many times as you need to. Turn them in, and I will grade them. Now as you go through, just look down. DDBs. If you feel like you need to redo a D, redo it. If you see an F, you need to redo it. No if, ands, or buts. F needs to be redone. And notice, I even let you know what problems you need to work on. Now, if you have anything over here that has a blank, that means you've not done the grade. So you can look at turning it in. And again, any Fs, redo them. These teacher graded assignments right here, 3.09, 3.11, they need to be redone. Graded assignments are worth a lot. If you redo them, you can bring them up. Now your question is, Mr. Farnsworth, I want to redo it, but I can't find it. Awesome. You just go back up here to the top, and if you need to access a lesson or something, you go to content. This content is going to pull up all the content that's inside the class. So for example, we looked at 3.09 teacher graded assignment. That needed to be redone. So we come over here on the left hand side is all the units, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and unit 5. Well, we need to look at 3.09, that's in unit 3, mechanical waves. And notice it pulls up on the sidebar right here, and now I need to look for 3.09. So we scroll down, I find 3.09. I can access the assessment directly, but so to do that, you can go ahead and click on that, pull up the assignment, and it will download in Microsoft Word once you fully pull it up. If you do not have Word, you need to come and get help. Then you go and you open it up in Word, and then you can do the assignment. Now let's say you're like, Mr. Farnsworth, I don't remember how to do that assignment. I don't remember, where's these formulas? Well, again, do the lesson. So you go back to that content page that we were just at. You're going to scroll down. Again, right now it's just the assessment. You need to go and do the lesson. In the lesson, it'll have the assignments and even tells you right here, investigation, assignment, investigation, math wave. This is going to show you everything you need to do the assignment. So some assignments will say refer back to your lesson to get the information that you need. And there we go. There's all the information you need. And then over here, it even tells you how to do the assignment. So you just go back and you can do those assignments. When you've done the assignments, you actually get green check marks. Notice the student did not have a green check mark, and that's because they did not do the lesson. So again, if I see you've not done the lesson, I'm going to be like, what's going on? Now, if you want to see your progress, you want to see which lessons you've done and things like that, you can just click here on progress. And this is actually what we view oftentimes, so we can see how far you've done. Notice we can see, and you can see, and your parents can see how many hours you've worked in here. So this student for the whole year has worked 3 hours and 31 seconds. If we click right here, we can actually see more details. And we can see this student has a tendency to go and do all the quizzes, but not the lessons. Again, you'll need to do your lessons so you know how to do the quizzes. Yes, we did have live class and we help out in live class, but you personally need to go through the lessons to help you out. Okay. And if you're pretty sure something's wrong, you can actually hit this button called feedback, and you actually can give K-12 feedback things. If you say, Mr. Farnsworth, K-12, this website's no longer working on this lesson, you can actually say, I am a student, here's the school I'm at, and type in the feedback. This link in lesson 3.09 is no longer working. So, if you notice something, do that. K-12 loves the feedback. It lets us know what we need to do. Okay, if you have any more questions or anything, please let us know.